Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Local Lowdown podcast. We are located in South Central Texas. On this podcast, we do a weekly review of all the newspapers in Lavaca County, Texas, and also the Luling Newsboy and Signal located in Luling, Texas. After the reviews, we will have a conversation about different subjects all over the Lone Star State. Some of these things can get quite comical. Thanks for listening. And now, here are your hosts, Murray and Michelle.
Hello everybody, this is Murray back with you for the February 18th and 19th issues of all the newspapers in Lavaca County, as well as the Luling Newsboy and Signal over in Caldwell County in Luling, Texas. And I'm back after missing a week, and Jimmy Apple stood in for me, and he and Michelle did a good job. And now Michelle's here with me. Hello, Michelle. How are you?
I'm great, but I hate to criticize you, but you forgot to say what we're on. What? This is the...
Oh. Well, that's what happens when you miss a week, folks. So I forgot to say, welcome to the Local Lowdown.
All right. Now I can talk.
We got it straight now. Go ahead.
I'm just glad to be alive because I've had a lot of tragedy in my body, in my head.
Damn, I thought for a minute somebody passed away.
No. Oh, okay. Remember, I had my tooth pulled, my wisdom tooth, and then I got a sore throat, which could have been from the wisdom tooth. Then I got all congested. Then I got a cough. Then I got a headache. And then the best thing happened. You want me to tell you now or later?
Oh, let's save that.
Okay.
But one thing about it, when you lost that wisdom tooth, you didn't lose any weight.
No, I did. I was smarter than ever.
All right, go ahead on. Pick one.
All right, we're going to go with Moulton.
All right.
And Judy was here yesterday. Oh, I banged on the desk. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Helping us with inserts. And I'll say that to begin with. In all of our Lavaca County papers, you'll find a voter's guide. So it's your right to vote. Jimmy told you that last week. It's also your right to vote educated. So read about people.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You get a lot of things in the mail. In fact, I had one actually on my Facebook page. That was a voter's guide, but they had already picked who to vote for. So you got to worry about that. And this came from a Republican, for those of you who vote Republican.
Women, yeah.
And they already had it picked. And you need to make your own decisions. And, you can use it as a guide. But if you have any doubt, it's easy enough to go online and research their voting record and all about them. But anyway, Judy did what?
So Judy was here to help, and when we got to the Moulton paper, she said, "This is a very red paper," and she's right.
Yeah,
has a red color scheme.
She didn't mean red.
She didn't mean red like READ.
Yeah,
she meant red like color red.
Well, I don't throw it in there too many times, but I like it from time to time.
So get your Moulton Eagle because it is red, red, red.
You bet.
And read it.
And we hope you read it as well as it being read.
And on the front page of a lot of our papers, and a big thing was that the rodeo was coming through. So I don't really know what happens. So why am I talking about it?
Well, it's the Harris County Sheriff's Department, and they have a youth group. I think they're 16 to 21. I believe I have it in that cut line. And they ride out around surrounding communities and counties from Houston, and their little posse, their junior posse, and they stop in different county seats and give an official invite to that county to come to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. That's what that is.
And so pretty cool.
I think we had it on, all of them.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And so that was really exciting, and thanks to the Royal Court and, of course, some of the county officers and seats that showed up. We appreciate that. I see the mayor's on the picture, so.
Those kids on there, are they Hallisville's ambassadors?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, okay.
And then there was also a donation given to the fire department. A lot of our papers, mine meaning Hallettsville, didn't get this in yet, but Michelle Davis was named the Zell ISD intern superintendent, so you can read about that. Moulton PD, a lot of the police departments, I know Yoakum had it last week, gave a racial profiling report, and so you can also read about that.
And who wrote that?
Clayton Kelly with 2 E's.
Clayton Kelly with 2 E's.
He's living the dream.
Yes, he is.
And now Murray's really excited and feeling the love this week because all of the papers, except Blue Link, got your column.
All the papers in Lavaca County got it. That's kind of a first. Normally it's 1 or 2 or sometimes 3, but for all of them to get in, that's awesome. And I think because not only of the history, but because this happens to be Black History Month, and this story is about a Buffalo soldier who was part of the detachment of black men that served in the United States Army. They were called Buffalo Soldiers. The Indians named them that. And they served on the frontier of Texas, and they served admirably. They were in the 10th Cavalry. So this is about one of those men, and I hope you enjoy reading it.
And then you can always find good information in the school news, including Hallettsville High School's UIL meet results. There's a noodle soup dinner and raffle this week in Moulton, and I heard it's good noodle soup.
Yeah, they say it's some of the best. Unfortunately, I hadn't had any, but maybe I'll get an opportunity here for too long.
You never know. And then the girls were by-district champs. And
I believe they're playing again Friday.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that. But anyway, look for that. I have it on the Moulton Eagle Facebook page, their next game.
And best of luck to them.
You betcha.
You have a trivia in here. It says, what is the world's record for the longest hiccuping spree?
Yeah, on my trivia, you get the answer right away. So you can tell them what that is.
68 years.
All right.
What's a hiccuping spree, though? You hiccup for 68 years?
Well, I guess you had the most hiccups when you were 68. I don't know.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Anyway, we also honored our FFA week, which is going to be celebrated, is being celebrated the 21st to the 28th, which is next week. So it's coming up. So in honor of that, Clayton Kelly did a story on the history and influence of FFA. Great programs in all of our schools, and we thank all of our advertisers for allowing us to bring that to you. And that's also in the Luling paper. We have one obituary, Sean Christian Mahalitz.
That's correct, yeah.
And then what else do you have, Murray? Some classifieds always, done greatly. And then Murray, you put this in the paper.
Yeah, I thought I'd get it in there.
So in Hallettsville and in Moulton's papers, you're going to see an article about some clover that actually looks like it has hearts drawn on it.
Yes, it does.
But it isn't. It was brought into us by a Hallettsville resident, and that she had some on her property, and the neighbors did too. And this was located on North Dowling Street, if you're in Hallettsville. So you may have some in your yard. But it is called something, right? Let me see.
Yeah, I saw the name.
Wood sorrel, Sorrel.
Yeah.
And it's often mistaken for clover, so even though it looks like clover, it isn't. And what makes it special is that dark heart markings resting right in the center. So pretty cool. And right around Valentine's Day is when it showed up for them, so there you go.
Yeah, it's got a lot of publicity for that yard.
Yeah. Lots of fun. All right, we're going to move on to the Yoakum Herald Times.
Yeah, and they have their voter's guide just like all the rest. You need to check it out.
This week their paper does have the screwworm story, which a lot of us had last week. They are still DeWitt County. I shouldn't say Yoakum because they are half and half, kind of. But DeWitt County remains under a burn ban. Mr. Lewis Richardson was named to All-State Chair at a band contest, so congratulations to him. And Clayton Kelly reports on their racial profiling.
You know, that screwworm is evidently a big deal, and I think that the ranchers and the farmers are very fearful of that.
Yes.
Now, I'm not knowledgeable on ranches or farms, but I believe it's in Mexico yet, and that they're afraid that it's going to get into Texas and the other states. So if you're a rancher, you might want to read about that if you don't know about it already. What
Right.
else, Michelle?
We have 2 obituaries, Karen Boone and James Jimmy Wilmon. Condolences to their families. In most of our papers, I know, I think almost all of them, there's a primary election schedule where you can vote, where you vote on election day. So that's important. Cut it out, put it on your refrigerator if you need to remember. Yoakum also has their softball schedule in the paper.
It's getting to be that time.
It is. And they're fixing to have their Land of Leather days. And so we thank you for our sponsors who proudly support Land of Leather and them bringing that festival back. It is going to be held February 21st.
What is this right here, Michelle?
That is the Lady Bulldog powerlifting team who placed
all right.
second. So congratulations to them. So many sports go on in spring. So many.
Yeah, a lot of them are not as popular, I guess, as say football and basketball
Right.
and all. So, but those kids work just as hard, and they need to be recognized. And we're glad that Yoakum's got that in their paper.
Yes, and there's some political ads. So make sure that you guys, if you are running for office, a great way to get who you are and what you're running for and what your thoughts are in the paper for people to know you. So call us if you want to have an ad. And then there's going to be a Lego builders coming to the, I think, library. Correct?
Yeah, that's usually where they have it.
And so that's exciting to see. So check that out. It's March 1st, and there's a lot of information on that.
I'm sure that we promoted it last week about early voting, and I think that's going on right now.
Yes,
and,
it is.
What is it? March the 3rd
Is the official day.
Okay.
And remember that it is open some Sundays as well, so no excuses.
And that saves you. I heard Jimmy talking about how if you vote early, you can do it in Hallettsville at the courthouse annex. But if you wait till the actual day, I know in Moulton, they have to vote somewhere in Moulton. I'm not sure where it's at, but
Yeah.
is it that way in all the towns?
Yes, I know Shiner, you can vote now in Hallettsville, but then you'll vote at the library in Shiner.
Okay.
So I would think everywhere. And we're going, speaking of Shiner, going to Shiner. There's a free STEM workshop. Read about that. I know it's also in the Hallettsville paper. And that's exciting for kids. Clayton covered the school board meeting in Shiner where the cheerleaders were recognized for their achievements. So congratulations to them. Livestock show is coming up for Shiner on March the 6th. Their big banquet was held, and Chris Neubauer was the overall winner and is pictured on the front page, but there is also a section inside that pictures
I think
other
our
winners.
ex-reporter Clayton Kelly with 2 E's, I think he might have got
Did
a
he?
free meal over there.
No way, what did he
Where
have?
did he get it? He got it somewhere.
I didn't hear
So
this
he was
story.
talking about they fed him. And that's
Well.
always makes a hit with Clayton Kelly
Right.
with 2 E's when you feed him. So
And if you're looking to need or get a food handler certification class, it's being held this next Thursday. So.
right.
We do have a letter to the editor. Go ahead and read that. We'll tell you it's about tennis and the tennis courts in Shiner.
All right.
And more big buck contest winners. One obituary, which already appeared in one of our other ones, but it's for Miss Karen Boone. Shiner Prom royalty is shown in the paper. Congratulations to those young men and women. Shiner's basketball, both girls and boys, are moving on for the Shiner High School, and the girls won against Second Baptist in a warm-up game and will be playing, I don't know when, for St. Paul. And I don't know. St. Paul edged Bracken for top seed, so they must be playing as well. So good luck to all of them. And a big shout out to Kristen Cherney, who signed with Texas Lutheran University for track and field.
All right. Looks like they had 2 pages of sports.
They did.
I guess Mark Libby was on the ball, wasn't he?
He was.
All right.
And then Schneider VFW held an award ceremony, which some young people won for their youth essays, and then we also had some other awards presented, so check that out and what happened at their ceremony. FFA, like we said, is honored in all papers, so check that out, and thanks to those sponsors and Potex as well. What else do we have? Classifieds.
What was that to the Walters Museum? They're having something?
It's from the curator, Jeff Wagner, talking about his notes from the Walters Museum.
Oh, alrighty.
He's talking about the Palace Saloon. Alrighty.
And a big ad from Sage Capital Bank.
And we thank them as well.
You betcha. We're going to move on now. Michelle's going to bring us back to Hallettsville.
Here we are.
The flagship of the newspapers, the Hallettsville Tribune Herald.
And we had a juvenile that was air flighted after a scooter accident. Very, very important to tell your children that of safety when riding their bikes, scooters, anything like that. A pedestrian and car do not go well together in any way. So, and they do need to, I guess, obey the rules of the road just as easily as traffic. It's be alert. I saw that the Hallettsville Police Department put out some tips on that now, and we'll try to include that in next week's paper as well. But this is just a good reminder. We do not know at time of publication, other than that he was transported by air ambulance to Texas Children's, and we wish and hope for a speedy recovery. We also want to thank Washington County and just be thankful actually to all our EMS employees and workers that work together in these small rural areas. When one is busy, then another one comes through and helps out.
You know, you folks that ride these bikes and motorcycles, I rode motorcycles for years back in my younger days. You have to realize that you are not near as visible as an automobile. And they can't see you as easy, so you have to watch out for yourself. You have to have your head on a swivel and be aware at all times and follow the rules and follow the traffic laws. So hopefully this will be a reminder, and even more hopefully that this person is not injured too badly and will be okay.
And then LMC has a groundbreaking event, and it has a 3-phase upgrade plan, which is great. You want to see rural hospitals thriving for sure. We have a 5-generation. Ms. Josie Zapp turned 100, and she's pictured with 5 generations. So happy birthday, Ms. Zapp.
You bet. Congratulations.
Or Zappy. I don't know how you say it. Town chatter. Henry has the same question. So call in. This is your last week to get your answers in. I did remember to put a new 50 years ago in. So there you go.
That'll make Chucky happy.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I strive to do every week.
Now, he made a remark. You put in the most recent one?
Yes.
Okay, he had made a remark to me about something in the old town chatter. Do you see that over there? Because he was talking about this is the way town chatter used to be.
In the former Levaque County, in the old town chatter, it said, former Levaque County attorney James Evan underwent heart surgery in a Houston hospital about a week ago. James is reportedly doing well. Bootsy Ayler tells us the sale now at Ayler's Furniture and Appliance is big. Lawrence Rothbauer is still a patient at Audie Murphy Vet Hospital in San Antonio, doing fine at last report. Robert, Porky, Fabian, and Charles Yansky were seen working on a Hallettsville Volunteer Fire Department truck. There's a lot of gossip.
Yeah, there's a lot of, there must have been some kind of a roving reporter. You hear that, Yashik? Maybe you need to get out and rove.
Well, I think he hears enough at Hofer's. He just don't like to write about it. He's scared.
I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
That's right. 3 obituaries again. The one for Miss Karen Ann Boone, James Harold Holt, and Lily, Mizera Pavlitska. Excuse me. Condolences to their families. FFA week again. Thank you to our advertisers. 2 pages, right? I did have 2 pages.
Awesome. Thanks to the advertisers, that's for sure.
Howlett Oak is going to have their open house this week. I do apologize. We had a little mistake, but in the commercial heifer, the grand champion was on the front page. There is a story and a list of all the buyers. The jumps were not correct, but it does jump to the back page of 6B.
Well, that'll make folks just go through the entire paper.
And that jump is not screwworm. It is what it says. Sorry. Sometimes mistakes happen. In sports, we have Sacred Heart girls still playing basketball, and they took a by-district win. The Houtsville Lady Burners win their regular season finale, but they did lose in their by-district game. And softball has begun, so read about that. And soccer is going on as well. So lots of fun. Congratulations to the athletes of the week. And meet some of your athletes. I think this is the end of basketball, Chucky said.
All right.
Lions Club going on. There's Jimmy Apple wrote about how all entities have no contested places in the filings for candidates. So that has been canceled for city council and whatever, or school board, I think.
Yeah, we can give a shout out to Lions Club too for them. They put out flags for all these different holidays or important days, and we want to thank y'all for that. That's a great thing. I know when I was coming to work the other day, it was so nice to see those flags all over town, and the Lions Club is to be congratulated for doing that. We appreciate it, folks.
And we also want to thank the luncheon that was held at Beauty Boutique to honor the veterans.
All right.
And then I didn't say, when Chuck and I went to take this wonderful picture of the clover that's not clover but that has hearts on it, we almost hit some roosters.
Yeah, I have them on my street.
I think we're near your street, right?
It's a rooster and a hen.
Yeah.
And I come to work on Monday and Tuesday. I leave the house about 5:30 in the morning, and it's still dark. And I nearly hit that big red rooster, slammed on my brakes. I said, okay. He got on by, cockle-doodle-doodled at me a couple of times. He got on by, and I started to take off again, and here come the hen, chasing right after him. So if you live in that area,
be careful. Yeah, we had to back up.
Yeah.
So we could see.
They got the right of way.
Yeah, that's right.
You've heard that pedestrians have the right of way.
Yeah, not in.
In my neighborhood, the rooster and the hen have the right of way. So
watch out for foul play. That's a good one.
Play on words there, yeah.
All right, we're going to Luling. Nicole is not here. And we miss her.
Let's talk about them people in Luling and how they listen to this podcast.
I know.
Folks, we appreciate it.
I'm pretty sure it's because of me. Maybe it's because of Nicole sometimes.
Well, Nicole probably don't have nothing to do with it.
No, probably not.
It's all about you, I'm sure. But
I'm sure.
I was looking at the stats of all our papers, including all the papers in Lavaca County this week. Y'all were number 1.
There you go.
So we appreciate it. See, Nicole, you don't have to be here for all.
That's right. But we'd like you to come back soon.
You betcha.
But this past week, they held the Go Texan banquet. And so it's a scholarship gala, and you can read all about that. You can see that it looks like everyone had a really great time. Nicole covered the Commissioner's Court, read about what happened there. Chamber talks about shining a spotlight on tourism, and Nicole took this picture. It was not manipulated in any way. That is a puddle in the road. You can kind of see the road in front of it, or the sidewalk, and that is water. And it's as it is shot.
She got the photo and the reflection in the
Correct.
water. That's pretty neat.
It is.
Way to go.
And then this is about flags. And you can read all about that. That the Luling FFA chapter received a donation from American Legion Post, and they crafted metal killed in action grave markers welded by the students. So read about that story. It's a pretty interesting one. She has 2 pages of FFA as well, and she wrote a success story about how it's been successful in Luling.
We appreciate those advertisers who helped us put that out, so congratulations.
Great sports going on. The girls basketball did end their season, but it was a milestone season, so read about that. We have soccer, softball, and then we have Hoppy Hagen, the current judge, throwing out the first pitch to start off. I guess that was the alumni baseball game. So,
all right.
And thanks for all of our political advertisers. We want to welcome you to the local lowdown. You can see all 3 of our cute little faces going on. Tourism, you can read that from the chamber. Nicole wrote an article about it from page 1 from that picture, that great picture Nicole took. A little bit about that as well as something about the Main Street from the community article. We have classifieds. We have a more about the Go Texan. And then on our back page we had 3 proclamations that the mayor signed at the city council, and you can read about that.
All right.
Fun.
Well, does that wrap it up?
That wraps it up.
Friends, I want to tell you about this podcast. The reason we do this podcast for the main part is because me and Michelle have fun doing it.
And we like to hear ourselves talk.
But a lot of it, the reason behind it is, for those of you that haven't received your papers yet, which sometimes, thanks to the U.S. mail, they get delayed. This is just to give you a little outline of what you can expect. And we just hit the highlights, and when you get your paper, you need to read the whole thing because there's a lot of information in there that we probably didn't cover. So that was just a little reminder I wanted to put out there. So what you got going on, Michelle?
So I want to tell you about how I entered the 21st century.
Oh, okay. So
I got new insurance, like medical insurance. You got a message coming through, or what's going on?
Sorry.
All right. You get some kind of loan or something?
It's probably a bill collector.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Well, anyway, new insurance, and, I've been a little sick, and I just don't want to be sick because I don't like it. And so when I thought about it, I was like, they had this, like, doctor on call kind of things, kind of like doctor on demand. So I went to it yesterday after we finished putting the papers together. And while I was preparing my pages for next week, I was in a waiting room with this doctor. It cost me nothing. She comes on. I tell her my symptoms. She says, "Oh, you have an upper respiratory infection, it sounds like. I'll call in a cough medicine and an antibiotic." Called it in. Not even 30 minutes later, I was picking it up at the Houtsel Pharmacy. That cost me only $16. I'm going to say I had a good luck day.
Hey, where was this at?
Right here. I just did it on my computer.
I didn't know we had that.
I know. It was pretty amazing.
That's
I have
amazing.
United Healthcare. Shout out to them. I haven't had them before. I used to have Blue Cross Blue Shield. Nothing wrong with them. I just needed cheaper. No. And, but it worked out great. And she was like sitting on her couch and I was like sitting at my desk. And
all right.
they got me some medicine and hopefully I will be better very soon.
It's a wonderful thing, the new technology.
It is.
It's just great. And the bad thing about, well, wait a minute. I don't know if I want to say it's bad or not, but she can't hug nobody.
I know.
And if she was to hug everybody in that geriatrics ward right now, this paper could be shut out.
Yes, I had to be very careful with who I talked to, where I sat, what I did. And I will say, we're pretty far apart. I will say I was very worried because during the COVID drama, a lot of people lost their sense of smell. I had COVID twice, they told me, but I never lost my sense of smell. Well, when I went home on Monday night, And I put Vicks on my nose. I was like, is this Vicks not good? Like, I couldn't smell it. So I put it to my little Yorkie's face, and poor dog eyes started watering, jumped off the bed. And I was like, well, that's interesting. So then I went and I tried to smell the dish soap. I tried to smell perfume, everything. And I literally couldn't smell anything. So then I was concerned that maybe I had COVID. But by the next morning, I could smell again, which was very much a relief. But, because I mean, I will say, and this is my, is it PIA? Is that how do you say that? I don't know. This is my informative message to everyone, and my plea to everyone is that when you are sick, like if you have a sick kid, do not send them to school till you know that, you know, they're not going to make a whole classroom sick. And just like, you know, I have taken every precaution this week I could because, you know, I'm not saying that I work with the elderly, but I work with the elderly. And I would feel awful if I gave anything.
Well, you could wipe out the newspaper.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's the whole, I guess, the whole editorial department back there. And I should, whatever the hell he is.
Well, I mean, what about Clayton? He would stay
Clayton
strong.
Keller, too. He's pretty resilient.
Let me ask you, though. You've known I've been sick all week, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because today when I coughed and Clayton walked by me, he said, "Are you sick?"
Clayton Kelly with 2 E's.
Have you been here this week? I mean, come on.
Well, you know, that really cramped your style, too, because
it did.
You really like to hug everybody.
Especially Henry.
Whether they want you to hug them or not.
I know, it's so fun, and it just...
Especially your Henry Joe.
It makes them... Okay, Henry actually doesn't mind it. No. And Chuck sometimes does it, and I mind it. But anyway... Murray and Jimmy, it drives them absolutely crazy most of the time, so that's why I extra love to do it. And this week, so they're going to catch up a lot next week when I'm back to hugging.
Well, the thing about it is you're on the road to recovery now, so
thank God.
Everything's going to be
I am not a happy sick person.
So, what do you got coming up this
weekend?
Yeah.
My daughter is playing softball on Sunday. So that's probably the biggest thing going on. I don't think I have much other than that. But we're going to go to New Braunfels. You want to ride with me?
No.
I can drop you off.
No,
or they moved to Wimberley. Now I'm confused.
Canyon Lake now.
Oh. Well, sorry. I guess I'm not helping you.
Well... If you ain't got anything else and you're hungry.
I am really hungry. Well, you know, that's the thing about the tooth thing. I haven't been eating normal. And last night I made a huge mistake and ate rice. And it got stuck back there.
That's what I had last night.
Really?
I had rice and beans. Homemade pinto beans and cornbread.
I had fried rice. And it was very good. But that was tragedy. And today Mr. Niscora nicely brought us some... I don't know, pastries from Country Bakery. And there's a poppy seed roll in there, and I want it really bad, but I am playing with that. So not having that, but I've had to I ate a lot of scrambled eggs. It's been very sad, and I haven't had a Diet Dr. Pepper in 8 days.
You better stay away from that poppy seed because Chuck Groff said we're going to have drug tests.
I know. I don't know what I'll do if that happens, but I can't have it, so I'll be safe.
Well,
but I want a hamburger really bad.
Maybe I'll eat it.
Maybe.
Is there anything left? You know, he always brings that stuff when everybody's gone.
I know. Well, he comes on Thursdays or Wednesdays. Either one. Today was Thursday. But we thank him for it. And now that I haven't had Diet Dr. Pepper in 8 days, I think it's going to be my Lenten sacrifice because I tried to give up cussing in day 2 and we're not doing so good.
We didn't think that'd last very long.
I'm trying.
All right, well, say your goodbyes and let's get out of here.
Let me first say, I don't believe in cussing, but this place has made me a cusser. Okay, anyway, is a cusser a word?
I don't know.
Well, it is now. I have a great weekend. I hope everyone stays healthy because it does stink to not feel good. And don't get your wisdom tooth out. That's not fun either. But do something fun. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday. I mean, I won't see you on Monday. I'll see you guys next Thursday.
All right, folks. We appreciate you listening. We hope you'll share it. And, we didn't talk about our increased membership.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead and tell them about that right quick.
Murray told us, I guess it was Tuesday, we talked about how we were really close to 500 members. And
495.
And we wanted to get over it. So he went and he said, hey, I shared it. Or invited people to the group. And last night I saw we were getting even closer. We were at like 497 or something. Right. And I was like, oh, it's time. So I invited people, and I invited my husband, because imagine that. My own husband wasn't a member.
Oh, no.
The saint. He's so amazing.
I better not say anything, because I don't know if my wife is a member.
Well, you better get her.
I hear enough of your talking at home, you know. But anyway, thanks, folks, for joining, and I hope you enjoyed, and give us some feedback in that Facebook group, Local Lowdown, and we'll be happy to talk about you on the podcast, maybe.
In only the greatest light.
You betcha. That's all then, and I'll say my goodbyes, and we'll see you all next week. And by the way, thank you, Jimmy Apple, for filling in for me while I was gone. You did a wonderful job. I don't have to say this other one did a wonderful job, because she just freaking takes it for granted, because she's awesome.
I am incredible. Amazing.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.